Hi everybody, it's Maureen and Rob, and we are your tequila tasting nomads. We are back for another episode, and tonight, Rob, what are we drinking?
We are going to do some Herradura Anejo because we messed up the Herradura Reposado video, but it didn't last, so we had to buy another bottle, and it just so happened we got Anejo. So we're going to talk about Anejo. Maybe we'll mix in a little bit of Reposado, and we're going to talk about Herradura.
Casa Herradura. So first, we are, well, I'm lying, we already started. So we're taking a little tequila tasting class, so we thought we would come out and combine the two. So we got our Glencairn glasses out.
Gotta have a good glass.
Gotta have a good glass. And we took our first couple sips because you gotta take that first sip. What does it do?
Gets that party started.
Gets that party started.
Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Let's Yep, party's still going.
Party is going with a little Herradura. I hope I say that right. I don't mean to offend if I don't. It's hard for me to roll my R's. So we are going to get right down into the nitty-gritty and talk to you a little bit about the process. Then we have some really great stories and, of course, history. And for us, that's what makes tequila so fascinating. We love a good story, and we want to share the stories with you. So tell us what you have on your tasting sheet, Rob.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the technicals. This Anejo is aged 25 months, and Herradura ages most of their tequilas longer than what is standard. So like with the Reposado, which means to rest, normal Reposados are about 2 months. Their Reposado is aged 11 months. So they take their time with it, they do it right so that they can produce a quality tequila. They use more of the old-fashioned process with that. They cook it in a brick oven with the roller mills. They actually split the agave as they load them into these huge ovens, which enhances the flavor of it. And they take it slow. They cook it for 26 hours at 90 degrees. They let it rest for 24 hours before they take it out and put it in, I guess, the roller mill. And then they use, Herradura is one of the only, if not the only distillery that uses natural fermentation. And what that means is they don't use any add any yeast or anything. They do everything naturally, and they do that by having citrus trees planted around the distillery, and it's all airborne natural fermentation, and that takes a lot longer. So in the summertime it takes like 72 hours. In the wintertime it can take up to 7 or 8 days.
Wow.
So it's an interesting process.
So what kind of trees? They have the citrus trees, but did they say what particular, or do they have a variety of them?
They didn't say specifically in the article that I read what the citrus trees were, but I guess that it brings out the
sugars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And they have been doing that since the beginning of...
Well, this is, and you're going to talk a little bit more about the estate, but this is what they, and a totally estate tequila distillery, and they have over 25,000 agave plants being cultivated at any point in time. So that, because, you know, it takes 7 years.
Yeah.
But this estate was started in 1870, as you're going to talk about, and the plants that they're using are offshoots of the originals since 1870. When the plants get about 2 years old, they take offshoots of them and replant them. So these are all descendants of the original 1870 plants grown by Felix Lopez.
So I think one of the things that's really important that we understand is that the agave, to be mature, it takes about 7 years to grow that big bulb. That's a piña, right?
After they cut it down.
After, and sometimes there's a rushed process that some of the distilleries use, and they cook using, it's called a diffuser method, where they take the unmature, unripened agave, mix it with some stuff, add some more stuff into it, and then boom, they call it tequila. But this distillery does not. They don't have additives. They don't use additives. They handle with care, and they produce just a beautiful, beautiful tequila.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially in the Herradura line, they do produce some other tequilas and some cocktails. They are the producers of El Jimador, which is the #1 tequila in Mexico, and they also produce a tequila cocktail with grapefruit juice that is the #1 also in Mexico. And they do source some of their agave for that, but all the Herradura product and the other products are all estate grown.
I gotta tell you, who doesn't love a good Paloma? So that would be our breakfast drink of choice. Did you say how long is the añejo?
It's 25 months. Yeah, they take their time with it, and they drain off the, in the process, it produces like a honey-like liquid or juice. They drain that off where most distillers don't, because they feel it has a detrimental effect on the tequila. Like we talk about with a lot of our tequila distillers, they're eco-friendly. They invested about $15 million into a water treatment facility. They use natural spring water. They revitalize that. They also use the cooked agave after it's cooked and pressed and everything. The waste product, they put that back in to improve the soil.
Wow.
And do that as well. And they use biogas to help fire the boilers.
Oh wow!
As well.
Oh, like
kind of like biodiesel.
Wow,
yeah,
how cool
yeah.
is that?
So they're again eco-friendly.
So let's talk a little bit about what we get, what aromas. I like to mention that my favorite app out there is Tequila Matchmaker. We get a lot of information from Tequila Matchmaker. The app itself will really kind of help you work your way through.
Sure. It's a learning app, and it helps you find out, is the tequila, is it good?
It's a good tequila.
What you should be tasting, and it really helps you develop your palate.
Right. So Tequila Matchmaker gives Herradura a good rating, both in the community and the panel. Low 80s, which, you know, I've never seen anybody really get much more than a 92 or a 93. I don't know if anybody's got 100 out there. I don't use the numbering system because I don't know how it works, but I'll just tell you, it is definitely on our go-to list.
It is, and it's the same. We talk about a lot of times as you give it. When we just tasted this a few minutes ago, one of the things with the Reposado that was really evident to me in the beginning was banana. I didn't think that it was as prevalent in the Añejo where Maureen did.
Oh man, I thought it just, bam, that was like the first thing that I tasted, but it wasn't like a gross taste. It was like, wow.
Not sweet, like bubblegum banana.
No,
just
just
nice banana taste. So now that we've been sitting here for 10 minutes or so and let it open up
a little bit.
As I tried a little bit, yeah, that banana is definitely, it's prevalent but not overbearing. It just gives it a really nice taste.
So you're not going to get, at least I don't get, a strong alcohol on that first whiff.
No.
It's, I mean, you've got to get down, it's there, but you got to get down in your glass to really absorb that. And I don't know, are you like me? I don't like a big, strong alcohol smell. I also don't want to be overpowered by the sweetness. I like a nice cooked agave smell. And I like that cooked agave taste as well. It's different than anything else. If somebody says, oh, what's it taste like? Well, it tastes like cooked agave. It's like, what does banana taste like? It tastes like banana. You just have to taste a good tequila to find out.
Yeah, and it's got a nice balance. Coming in, going out, you know, again, it's not too overpowering. It does balance in the middle, and then in the end, you get a nice spicy finish, but
Yeah.
it also has just that little bit of mint pop. Now, again, referring back to the Reposado, I thought the mint was a little more prevalent, a
The
little
pepper
more.
was much more prevalent.
Yeah, but this is just a nice spicy back
Boy,
finish
this is-
with just like a cool little pop there.
I think if you try this at home, I think that it would be a tequila that everyone would enjoy. Even on your new tequila drinkers, it's just very pleasing, very nice, and I know that if you come to our house, we're gonna probably have it.